Just got back from Harbor Freight. And I picked up one of these 1 1/4 pound axes it's got the hickory handle on it. And I don't know about your neck of the woods, but where we live, these are hard to come by. This is the second one I've been able to pick up in 3 years. Well, ever since Harbor Freight opened here. Seems like maybe it has been 3 years. But every time I'm in Harbor Freight, I look for these. They're 12 bucks. And I think they're quality hatchets. See? Genuine hickory. So I got one I'm leaving on the camper. And I got that one for around the homestead. I also picked up this carpet runner at a secondhand store. Cheap. What do I need with a carpet runner? Well, let's say I'm not working in here and I want to come out and be comfortable and just watch a little telly. Look at that. It's just like home. Well, it is home, but it's just like, you know, Grandpa's house. Okay, it's scrap metal day. Gonna try to make something out of nothing. Using this old scrap angle iron that I cut into 2 by 1 foot sections. And I'm gonna make a rectangle out of it so far. And this big swirly piece of steel that's also scrap for whatever reason that I picked up, and I'm going to cut 4 pieces off of this to see if this is going to work, just for fun. See if we can make a project. I cut this steel in 45-degree angles using my Harbor Freight small bandsaw, the 64-inch one. And I'm going to do this project using my Harbor Freight Omni Pro 220 using Vulcan wire, 035 wire. So, I want to get this cut. First of all, I want to cut this into 4 pieces. And I want to keep that curvature in it. Now, I'll show you why. It's real cold out again. We have to turn the diesel heater on and open and close the garage door. Okay, I cut off 5 from that scrap bended steel and kind of cleaned up the edges along with the edges of my frame here. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. And this will be something completely different. First, I'm going to have to clean all this stuff up with acetone. Before I do that, let me show you where I'm going with this. Here's our rectangle frame here. Now this is the top. This is the top. You have this bended steel. To go like this. Across, and I'll fill it in with wood. So yeah, 5 pieces. You know, like a real treasure chest. Yeah. That'll be badass. So that's the game plan anyway. Let me break out some acetone, clean the steel up. Here's what I come up with, just fooling around having fun. This is the top of a real treasure chest. Yeah. I rough grinded out the edges. Just kind of stuck these this bent metal on the top, just eyeing it. It's fun when you just go with it, you know. You don't take a lot of measurements and stuff like that. You just eye stuff and you just roll with it, especially in the winter time. You know, especially when you don't have any customers and you don't feel any pressure to make things perfect. But yeah, you know, this come out quasi good enough to where I might actually clean it up a little bit more. I'm going to use this wider angle iron here for the bottom of the chest. And like I said, this being the top. I was looking in my material containers for some wood that I was going to kind of like rough up and torch and burn and make some burn marks and stuff like that for the top of this. But everything I have just won't work, so I'm just going to use some of this, whatever it is, expanded metal. It's all I got. And it'll work, I'm pretty sure. Now, what I'm probably going to do is take these pieces that I cut off from this angle iron and weld them around like that on the top. And, you know, I'll round off the edges so we don't cut ourselves. To give it some dimension, and B, to make it look unique and awesome, or at least awesome, I think. Okay, where are we at? I cut steel. I cut the top of the box here. That's the top, and the larger steel here is the bottom. I still have to cut the sides, and I still have to clean the steel up, but we will get to that right quick pronto. Yesterday, I was just sitting around watching TV, not, doing nothing, so I thought I'd come out and watch TV and do something. So that's when I cut the steel for the bottom and the top of the box. Now I have to cut the steel for the sides, but before I do that, I'm going to weld the bottom and the top together. Have some coffee. Candy's got to run. I got to go into Brainerd this morning. Candy's got some routine appointments. And so I'll drop her off and then I'll run around and do a little bit of shopping in the Brainerd area. What I want to look for is hopefully maybe some unique type hinges for this. I've looked for them in the past and haven't been able to find any, but hey, you know what? I got to kill some time when I'm in town, so I'll look again. Like I said, for this project, we are using the Vulcan Omni Pro 220. Now, just to quell any questions out there about it, no, it is not as good as the Miller-Matic 255. Not even remotely as good. It doesn't weld as nice. It doesn't do anything that this will do. But, I have it and I still like it. So I'm still going to use it. I'm going to use it as often as I can. For small projects like this, it just does wonderful. So, let's get it put together. It's the only problem about having my welding table over here is it's not under the lights. It gets to be a pain in the ass. I'm going to have some lights installed here this summer or spring, sometime. It's definitely a must. I'll put one tack in the corner here so I can grind that out. And then one on the outside here. I'll do the same on the other side, tack them together and then turn it over and fully weld it, because when I put the bottom on this box, I won't have to worry about the welds getting in the way. Okay, so far it looks like it's going to be a pretty good fit. That's the bottom, the very bottom. This is the very top. So now we have to grind out this, which is going to be the top of the box, where this is going to fall down on. Okay, we got these cleaned up pretty good. That's the bottom. That's the bottom. There's the top. That's the way it's going to go. The top of the box, the bottom of the box. Let's match them up. So, the sides are going to come up like this. I haven't decided on how big I want to make the box. Maybe about like that. So this is how it's going to look, except for those sides. It's a pretty good fit. That's how it's going to open. Like that. So we just have to put up the sides. I'm not sure what size angle iron I'm going to use for that yet. We obviously want strips coming down the sides too. Unless I cut these in half. Yeah, we might. Yeah, I think we'll use this leftover. That's all I got. That's what we'll use. And then we'll find some flat stock for the center. So we'll cut these up to about where we can, to where we can get 4 sides. Yeah. So yeah, well, maybe 6 inches. Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. Now I have to go to Brainerd.